So I have something really important to say. If you are part of Cannonball Cabin, can you please step forward? Any Cannonball Cabin Pookies? Alright. Is Jenny here? Okay. Cannonball Cabin, I have a special announcement for you guys. Bruce says chomp chomp. 3, 2, 1. Poor and smuggler party!
Bananas.
Hey, get pranked.
Get pranked.
Oh my gosh.
I struggled to find yellow things, but I managed.
I struggled to put on my outfit.
I had the perfect thing. Look at my razzle dazzle crop top. I'm so chic. Look at me.
Oh my
That's
god,
perfect.
so good.
The sparkly minion. Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, the carrot shirt.
Yeah, it's like from a quest. I don't remember which one.
Okay,
From Barney.
time to...
I think when you do like all the Marley siblings, all their quests, they give you that shirt at some point. Okay, alright, let's get down to business and defeat the Huns. Alright, thank you, Twilight.
We can save yellow for a little bit. I'm a stall.
Alright, if you still want to be a minion, feel free. Alrighty, we are doing slants today. Let me get my diagram out. Brain is braining. Here we go. Got my notes. Alright. Welcome. Oh, not the part.
Okay.
Lovely. Alrighty. Okay, so I've got my alt has a stream if you'd like to see the top-down view, but I'm also going to turn on my camera so you guys can see my pizza pie diagram as well. For those of you that didn't get a chance to make it.
I like a big pizza pie at
That's a more yes. Okay, alright. So we're just gonna start. Who changed the call status to say smuggler slay? Shouldn't it say smuggler and port slay because we pranked Cannonball? I'm just kidding. Alrighty. Boomer moment for Felix. Here we go. Thank you for whoever updated the call status.
Okay, I have no idea what this outfit's stats are, so I'm gonna de-minion. And Bruce enjoyed that meal very, very much. He did. It was good. It was very good. It was very good seasoning.
Yay! Bruce was happy. Yippee! Okay. Oh, here we go. Nothing better. Fine. Gotta move this over. This way? That way. This way! Okay. If you want to see my diagram, I also have, so there's Yeet 2, which is the top-down view of the arena, and then there's my camera on with our little pizza pie diagram.
Okay,
so we're just going to talk about, there's more outlaws? They just keep on arriving. Maybe they're working on a big, like, Joe routine today.
The exodus from the wall.
Yeah. Okay, so if you look at my camera, if you don't, or you can follow along with your own pizza pie, we're just going to talk about the differences between straights, which is generally the moves you learn first. Is this in a good spot? Oh, that's even better. It's centered. Yay! Okay, so your straights are, oh, I have this upside down. That doesn't help Felix. Okay, here we go. So you have your curl, your comb, your curl over, and then your keyhole. So whenever you do these moves, the end result is that you end up straight, quote unquote. So you are parallel to your midline or your center line. Alrighty. So that's like the moves that you generally learn first when you're learning dressage. Your curl, your comb, your curl over, and your keyhole. Now we're adding in slants. So previously we just had 4 quarters. We were cutting a circle into 4 slices. But now that we add slants in, we're adding another 4 slices in, so there's 8 total pieces of pizza, if you will. So from here, we add in a slant. So for example, if we're going left, and please confirm, when I go this way, this is left for you guys, because when I look at my camera, it shows going right. This is left, right? This one here is to the left of the top?
Yes, that's left.
Yes, it is
Okay,
left.
beautiful. Okay, it's just flipped for me, which confuses me to no end. Okay, So for example, if we start going left, this first one is your slant left. And then if we go down here, your back slant left, your fish left, and your ribbon left. So we're adding 4 more slices of the pie. So now we have 8 slices. So we're going to be thinking about 1/8 pivots. So like 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, etc. Alrighty. So that's the distinction between the two groups. You have your slants versus your straights. So we're just going to start by doing our 4 basic slants. So our forward slant, our back slant, our fish, and our ribbon. And we're going to talk about slant alignment. Once we're comfortable with writing those, then we'll talk about slant math. So how do you put 2 slant moves together, or a slant and a straight move together, and know where you need to end up in the arena? Are you still on a slant, or do you end up on a straight? But first, we're just going to practice our regular stance first and talk about slant alignment. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's make a little line. Let's do this. Who's reliable today? Magpie, if you want to pick a spot in the arena to start us off. And then let's do Cat, and then Jenny, and then Beck, and then Pablo, and then Vi, and then Mishi, and then Star, and then Lemur, and then Feb and Kit and Toilet in the caboose. Yippee! Alright. Ooh, we're starting on a diagonal line. Very nice. Very nice. Are there more drill cookies popping up? I just see Toilet zoom over. Okay, I think we should all be able to fit well. We'll see. We'll see if we can. I'm going to have you guys ride boss today, just so that we're a little closer to each other. Alrighty. So let's trot into back a saddle. You can go anyway while they're Magpie. Trot, set, free, go. In boss. So your horse's nose is touching the back of the saddle of the horse in front of you. You guys are going to see my hands here. It's kind of okay. Oh, so back a saddle, back a saddle. I see now the outlaw cookies are coming to ignore you guys. That's kind of funny. Are we gonna have enough space? Let's. All right, and we're going to halt, set, free, go. All right, we've got just enough room. That is totally a-okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little forward slant off the wall. I don't want to split you guys into 2 groups. That might be better. Let's do that instead. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So up to Vi, you guys are going to follow Magpie. Nishi, Star, Lemur, Feb, and Kit. I'll have you guys pivot and face Toilet, and Toilet is going to be your lead. So pivot and face A. Yeah, Toilet, don't be unreliable. Exactly. Okay, we're going to do it this way. And then what we'll do is I'll have Magpie, you're going to cut down your I want you guys to end up in the same spot. Toilet, can you lead your group across to S? Or I guess Toilet, just run over here and Toilet's group come line up behind Toilet. Let's do that. That'll be easier. You guys are across from each other? And we'll do the little half arenas like we did last time when we did the modifier lesson. So you're just going to follow your lead, Magpie and Toilet. I'm just going to have you guys cut down your Y tiers and you'll have half arenas to work with. And this way we have more space to slant. Yippee! Okay, so let's trot into that boss. Trot, set, create, go, and then leads. Please just cut down your Y tiers. Cut down your Y tiers. We're just going to do a little forward slant. So you're going to, I'll have you guys forward slant towards Bernard and Edward. Toy, if you can just stay tier aligned with Magpie. So you're gonna just take a 45-degree angle towards E or B wall, depending which one you're closest to. So let's do that slant away from the other line. Slant, set, pre, go. Focus on that nice 45-degree angle. Good. And then once you reach the wall, just find your boss again, back a saddle. All right, let's cut down our wide tier again. That was very nice. And we'll just briefly talk about slant alignment here. Alrighty, and let's do a little halt, set, halt in place, pre, go. Alrighty. Okay, so slant alignment. I'll do one on this side and then one on this side. Jenny, if you can just turn slant and face E, please. Alright, so if Jenny was my line lead and I was basing slant alignment off Jenny, what I want to do is, while we're in a trot slant, you are still thinking about trot comb alignment even though you are working on the diagonal. So what I recommend for this is that you take your camera view out as far as it can go, if you're comfortable with that, and you kind of bring it up and above your character. Here, actually, I can screen and show you guys what I mean. Go turn off my camera if I do that. It does both. Okay, that's wild. Okay. Okay, so if you guys want to get on my stream, so you can see if Jenny was my anchor or my line lead, and I'm thinking about maintaining alignment to Jenny while in the slant, as I still want my tail in front of Jenny's nose. So you can checkpoint at each arena line. So as your lead's nose is over the arena line, your tail should just be in front. I can also see here that there's like a pebble line just under the nose of Jenny's horse. My tail should just be in front of that pebble line. All right. If you want, you could also turn your camera sideways like this and check, but I find that this is easier because then when you turn your camera again behind your character to make sure that you're not drifting and you're about to body slam one of your teammates by running into them, you're still on that nice 45-degree angle. It's just a lot easier just to turn your camera again sideways like this and look, is my tail in front of my lead's nose? So that's my recommendation for that. All right, so we're going to do another little forward slant again out to B, Bernard, and E, Edward wall. And I'll just ask you guys to try and maintain a trot slant alignment, so your tail in front of your lead's nose as we're in that slant. All right, I'm just going to turn off the stream so my MacBook doesn't hate me. Okay, here we go. So let's trot into back a saddle, trot, set, pre, go. And we're going to do those slants away from the other line towards B or E, slant, set, pre, go. So as you look down towards Magpie or Toilet, is your tail in front of their nose. Oh, good fix, cat. Got popping back in. Good. Good. Alrighty. And let's cut down our wide tiers again. And we'll talk about doing a little back slant. I see you guys understand the regular slant well. Alrighty. And let's halt, set, pre, go. Is Pablo's horse sad? So I'm going to encourage you to just do your best to maintain gaps by. Since we're going to be doing slants that put us in reverse, for example, back slants and fishes, you will be the reverse line lead. So just do your best to maintain gaps with Cammy in front of you. And then anytime we do a fish or a back slant, you'll be the reverse line lead. So then you're going to be the anchor for the slants, if that makes sense. All right. Okay, sounds good. All right, so we're going to do a little back. Oh, somebody just rode in on a bright pink horse. My goodness. That is a Barbie horse. Oh, wow. Impressive. Okay. Yeah, the full Barbie, the horse, the outfit, the tag, everything. Okay, we're going to do a little back slant next. So you can think of your back slant as, so if we think back to our pizza pie diagram, you can think of it as a comb, and then you add another slice of pizza to it, or a comb plus a slant going the same way. So for example, Toilet's line, you guys are going to be back slanting away from the center line. So you're going to take the comb position and then keep going until you take a slant that's heading away from your original direction. This will put us in reverse. So then 𝐵 is going to be your reverse line lead. If you're on Magpie's side, you're going to turn, you're going to have that comb position facing B. You're going to keep turning until you face M corner. And then 𝐵𝑲 will be your reverse line lead. So you'll align to 𝐵𝑲 and 𝐵 as we get turned around in the back slant. All right. Let's just give it a try. If we get a little confused, I can explain a little more. So as you get turned around to your back slant, you're going to look for 𝐵 if you're closer to Edward. Oh, Michigan is checking out the Barbie horse. If you're closer to Bernard, you're going to look for 𝐵𝑲 for slant line. Yeah. Edward and Bella, yes. 𝐂𝐚𝐫𝐝. All right, let's trot into that boss. 3, go. And then we're going to do that back slant. So comb plus a slant. And let's back slant set. 3, go. So look for 𝐵 and 𝐵𝑲 for your alignment. Your tail should be in front of their nose. Alrighty, and then 𝐵 and 𝐵𝑲, if you guys can please cut the wide tiers again. And we'll do that one more time. Do that one more time, one more time, one more time. All right, and then 𝐵, if you can just think about tier alignment with 𝐵𝑲 across. All right, I'm just gonna let you guys travel a bit so that we don't run Toilet and Magpie into seawall. Good. Alrighty, and we're gonna do another back slant. So remember, you're turning towards E or B, and then you keep turning until you're slanting away from A. And let's back slant set, create, go. Just enough space for 𝐵 and 𝐵𝑲. Yeah, so now you're aligning back to Toilet and Magpie again. We've reversed. Good. Good. Very nice. All right, and let's cut the wide tiers and we'll talk about fishes. Fishes, 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 everybody's favorite fishes. Alrighty, we're getting around. Okay, and let's get ready for a halt. And let's halt, set, pre, go. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, we'll Dr. Seuss it out. Okay, so fish, similar to a back slant, you can think of your fish as a curl over plus a slant, all going the same direction, or it's like an almost keyhole. So for example, if you are on Toilet's side, we would need to start our fish inwards towards the center line so that we end up back slanting away from it. So you can think of it as you're doing a keyhole in, but before you finish the keyhole, you take the slant before, or you're doing a curl over inwards towards the center line, and then you add a slant to it. And then same idea for Magpie's line. You guys are going to be doing your curl over in, and then you continue, you take a slant so that we're heading again towards M corner. We'll be in reverse again, so you'll think about aligning to 𝐵𝑲 or to 𝐵. Alrighty, let's give it a shot. Again, if we get confused, that's totally okay. So let's trot into that boss. 3, go. And we're going to do a fish starting inwards towards the other line. And let's fish in, 3, go. And then you'll look for 𝐵 and 𝐵𝑲 as your reverse line leads. Good, beautiful. Very nice. Very, very nice. And then 𝐵 and 𝐵𝑲, if you can cut the wide tiers again for me, por favor. The wide tiers, cut the wide tiers. And we'll do another fish to get turned around back to our original line leads. So again, when you're in the slant, you can use your arena lines as checkpoints. So as your line lead, their nose is just over the arena line, your tail should be in front. All right, we're going to do another look fish in. You're going to flip back to looking for Toilet and Magpie for alignment. Let's fish inwards. 3, go. Good. Yes, very nice. And I'm seeing some good bunny hops. Seeing some good bunny hops. Oh, good fix, Jenny. And let's cut the wide tiers again, and we'll talk about ribbons, and then we can get to slant math, everybody's favorite. Everybody's favorite slant math. Okay, and get ready for a little halt here. And let's halt, set, pre, go. All right. Okay. So ribbons are final, like standard or basic slant. So you can think of it as an almost curl. Instead of going back towards your original direction, you're taking the slant before it. Or you can think of it as a keyhole plus a slant, all going the same way. So for toilets line, same with that fish. If we want to end up going away from the center line, we're going to start our ribbon in, and then we'll end up taking the forward slant that is going away from the center line. Think of it as like a keyhole plus a slant, or a curl minus a slant. And then magpie's line, same idea. You're going to do your ribbon inwards so that you end up slanting away from the other line. All right. Okay, let's try it. Let's trot into that boss. 3, go. And we're going to do that little ribbon in towards the other line. And let's ribbon inwards. 3, go. Good. And then think about as Toilet or Magpie's nose is reaching an arena line, your tail's in front. Beautiful. And let's cut those wide tiers. Cut those wide tiers. All right, you guys killed those slants. Here, 𝐻𝐸𝐞𝐽 guacamole. We're going to talk about slant math now. Everybody's favorite. Favorite. All right, and get ready for the halty halt. Alrighty. And let's halt, set, pre, go. My camera blurry. Oh, my computer's like, your phone has 20% battery. That's okay. I think it'll survive by the end of the lesson. We'll be okay. Okay. So if you like to follow along with diagrams, you can look back at my little pizza, or if you have your own, feel free to follow along. So the basics of when we add 2 slant moves is we want to think about, for example, if you add 2 odd numbers together, your end result will always be an even number. So if you add a slant and a slant, you will exit or end up on a straight. So let's take an example here. So for example, if we were to fish to the right, I'm just going to take my little slices and start putting them on my pizza. So if I was to fish to the right, that's 5/8. I'm going to put 5 slices on my pizza. Fish to the right. Okay. They're a little lopsided, that's okay. I'm sure they taste delicious. Okay. So I fished to the right, and then I wanted to add another slant to the right. So a slant is 1/8. So I'm going to add one more piece of pizza here. So then 5/8 plus 1/8 is going to put me as if I did a comb. Does that make sense with our little pizza? How I'm calculating that. Okay, beautiful. Another way you can count slants as well when you're doing slant plus slant moves is you can count your straights. And I'll explain what that means. I'll put this in muted as well. The pie slices are back. Okay, so another quick way that you can think of this is you can just count your straights. So for example, if we look at, if we were just to do just a forward slant, starting from my position, like facing C or A or B or E, if I do a forward slant, as I'm turning, I pass one straight. So in this case, if I was to slant right, I pass one straight line. In this case, if we were going right here, I would pass C center line. If I'm facing C, I've crossed it. So a slant, if you add a slant to another slant, like a forward slant, you count one straight. And then if you want to add a back slant, you would count 2. So for example, if I wanted to add a back slant to just this forward slant here, that's 3/8. So as I'm adding my pieces, I'm saying I'm going to pass a straight here. So that's my first one. As I keep going and I add pie slices, I come up to a second straight here. This is my final straight as I'm doing my back slant. That's the one I exit on. So if we follow this example here, if we did a little forward slant from our current position, let's say we all go right, and then we want to add a back slant to this, or 3 slices, we would turn, I'm counting my slices, so I'm adding 1. As I keep counting, I pass B, my first straight, and then I'm adding 2 more slices, and then my second straight is A. So I would end up going towards A at the end. Does that make sense how I'm counting straights? If the straight method doesn't work well for you, you can just count your pizza pie slices as well. If that makes sense. That's totally fine. Okay, beautiful. All right, we're just gonna try. Oh, Star, no worries. We're gonna do a lot of examples. So this is gonna give you a chance to count your pizza slices, or you can count your, yeah, it's like adding fractions. It's like adding fractions. Or you can count your straights. All right, let's just start with this one that we just did. So we're going to do a little forward slant right. Let's just start by doing our pivots. Oh, Star. Okay, well, maybe this will be your redemption era. Okay, let's just start by doing a pivot. So we're going to 1/8 pivot to the right. So we'll all be facing M corner. So everybody go ahead and do a 1/8 pivot to face M corner. All right, beautiful. And then from here, we're going to add a back slant, so 3/8. So if you have your little pizza pie diagram, or if you're seeing my video, you can see here that I added 3 beautiful slices of pizza, or I ate 3 delicious slices of pizza. So from here, I'm going to add 3/8. So we turn towards B, that's 1/8. We turn again, that's towards F corner. And then our last slice, we end up facing A. So 4 slices total. It's like equal to a curl over, basically. All right. Now if we pivot back, let's just pivot back and do the other version. So let's pivot back towards C for Pookies who prefer the other kind of counting. So again, if we started out with our forward slant right, facing M corner, and if I just think a back slant is equal to 2 straights. So what I usually do is, especially if you're moving and things are being called quickly, is I'll just kind of like look at my center line and midline and I count how many I need to do. So from this current position, I know that my first one is B midline, and then my second straight is A center line. So I would just hold down my turn key until I face A. And then I pass, well, I go through 2 straights and I exit on the final straight, which is my second one. So those are your kind of like your 2 main options for kind of calculating slant math. And we'll do a bunch of practice, so you'll have lots of chances to think about what's happening. All right, we're gonna walk and just try this combination of the forward slant plus the back slant. No worries if we get confused, because you learn on straight lines, like with combs and keyholes and things. And now we're adding in this diagonal aspect, which makes your brain go, huh? So it's totally fine if we get. So we're just gonna walk. Let's just walk in NTT, because I know walking in blocks could be a little. We're gonna walk in NTT. All right. So we're gonna walk in NTT, 3, go, and we'll all go the same way. Since we're walking, it's totally fine. And let's walk slant right, 3, go. And we're going to back slant right, 3, go. Now we should be in reverse behind Vi and Mishi. All right, good. And let's halt set, 3, go. Beautiful. All right. Does anybody have any questions about how we calculated where we are now, facing A, how this was our result? Is there anybody who's like, I don't get it. How did we get here? Okay, if you're ready to try the next one, go ahead and pivot and face Bernard or B-wall. Yep, we're also going to do, that's a good point, Kat, we are also going to look at slants plus straights and what happens when you put those 2 together. Okay, let's pivot back and face A. Let's just keep going from our reverse order with Vi and Mishi leading. Alrighty, beautiful. Okay, let's try that other example we talked about earlier, which was a, well, no, let's do the second one out here, actually. I'll type in the chat for you. So we're going to do a back slant left into a ribbon left. Okay. So if we're thinking about how this is going to look on our pizza, so a back slant is 3 slices, and then a ribbon is 7. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep on adding slices, and then I'm gonna start overlapping my initial 3 slices. So I have some extra here to get up to 10. So let's just do this pivot first. So we are going to back slant to the left. You can just pivot and face M corner, or 3/8, like the back slant we did earlier. All right, and now let's count our pizza slices from here. So we got to go all the way to 10. We're going the same direction, so I'm just gonna keep going the same way. 8, whoop, and then I need to add 2 more. Okay, here's the final one, 10. So this is the equivalent of, we did a back slant plus a ribbon. Processing. So it's like we did a, what is this? Like a curl into a comb kind of situation. So we're going to end in a comb. We're going to end comb aligned. Our straight will be a comb from here. So let's just pivot from here. So if we can also count our 4 straights, because a ribbon is equal to 4 straights. So let's just pivot and face C. So C is our first one. We keep going left. E is our second one. A is the third. And then B is the fourth. So we would end up combing towards B at the end of it. Does that make sense? How that works? How we're getting to this spot? This situation? Okay, let's pivot back and face A, and we're going to try it. Maybe what we'll do is we'll do it again in a walk. We're going to do the back slant, we're going to halt, and then we'll start moving again and do the ribbon. So I'll give your brain a little bit more time to percolate and think about what we're doing. Okay, so let's walk, set, 3, go. And we're going to do that back slant left, 3, go. So we're all facing M corner. And let's halt, set, 3, go. All right. Good, 6, 5. So from this position, we now want a ribbon left. So let me just take my slices that are covering. So we did 1, 2, 3. This is our back slant here, right? And now we're going to add 7 more slices for our ribbon. So we're going to keep going. 2 more slices, and the end result is going to be a comb position facing Bernard. Or we're passing 4 straights, or counting 4 straights from our current position. So our first straight, our first center line midline is C. Second one is E. Third one is A. Our fourth one is B. We exit towards B or Bernard. We're going to run Vi's line to Bernard. We'll have just a few seconds of a comb because we're getting a little close, so that's okay. So we're gonna walk and do that ribbon straight away. So let's walk and ribbon left, 3, go. So keep turning until you face Bernard. And let's halt, set, pre, go. I don't want to crush Vi's boot. Good. Good. All right. Do we want to try that one again? If you want to try that one again, go ahead, pivot and face A. If you want to try a new variation, go ahead, pivot and face C. So A if you're ready to move on to the next one, C if you want to try this one again. Okay, let's do it one more time for CAD. All right, let's just scooch over to arena line so we don't run Vi's group again. Mishi's group, if you can come on the center line, and then Vi's group, you can come on the quarter line here. Let's just scooch over so that Vi's group has a little bit more time, or a bit more space to work with. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna walk, we're gonna back slant. I'm gonna let you guys walk for a little bit, and then I'll call that ribbon. All right, so let's walk, set, 3, go. And back slant left towards M corner. Great. Go. And then we're going to ribbon left. You'll end up facing B. And let's ribbon left. Good fix fed. Great. Go. That I was going to run Vi's group not into the wall, but looks like they're right there again. And let's halt set. Great. Go. All right. Good. Star, I think you just mixed up your rights and lefts there. Do you have a saddlebag perchance? If you put a saddlebag on, your saddlebag is always on your right. Do you want to go grab one? If that's helpful for you? Okay, yeah, feel free. If anybody else, rights and lefts make your head go, huh? Feel free to go grab a saddlebag. Your saddlebag will always be on. Saddlebag will always be on your right. Always on your right. It's trustworthy. It's reliable, unlike toilet. The joke is that sometimes toilet, her internet doesn't work very well, so then we're trying to have her as like the alignment anchor, and then she's unreliable because she's just rubber banding all over the place. Okay, Kat, here, let's... Do you have a pizza, Kat? Did you make a pizza? Okay. So you're coloring them in like on your tablet, for example? Is that what you're doing? Digital, is that what you mean? Or are you using like an online like fraction thing? Okay. So I highly recommend, if you have a minute, to actually print it out, because then you can like add and subtract the pizza slices. Or previously when Beck and I were talking about this, Beck had a great suggestion of, you can like, say for example, you have it at like on your computer or like a tablet, you can like put it on the ground in front of you and then literally pivot in front of your desk how much you need to move for each slant or a straight move, if that makes sense. Sometimes the kinetic aspect helps you learn a little bit better. Okay, let's keep going then. All right, so like Kat was saying earlier about using slants plus straights, that's what we're gonna do now. So I'm just gonna scoot you guys over. So again, we're not running Vi's group into the wall. Charlie, if you want to come have your pookies on this wide tier. And then Vi, if you want to park your pookies on this wide tier. Vi and Magpie. We're not running our poor pookies into the wall. All right. And why not? Let's go from the comb position. Let's turn around and face Bernard. Give us a little challenge. Let's face Bernard, like we were just ended in our comb position. Okay, and I'm going to turn this sideways so it's like how we are now. Question is, can we still see? We can. That's a bit confusing. Maybe we won't do that. So you guys are facing that way. Okay, so now let's think about adding a straight move. So a comb, a curl over, a keyhole. If you do a curl, you're just going to end up facing the original direction you started from. So you can theoretically still think about how far you need to travel for that, but you know, you're just going to end up going the same direction. I'm going to send a needed. So similar to how we said earlier, you add two odd numbers together, your end result is always even. So if you add a slant plus a slant, you will always end on a straight. The inverse is true for slants plus straight. So in this case, we're adding an odd number to an even number. The end result is always an odd number. So in this case, instead of counting your straights, so your center line, your midline, you're counting your slants. So you can think of it as M slant, H slant, K slant, and F slant. So in this case, a comb, you want to count 1 slant, a curl over 2, and a keyhole 3. All right, so we're going to do a couple different exercises with this. We're going to start here. We're going to do a back slant right into a keyhole left. Okay. So if we think about our current position, if we're going to back slant left, we're going to count our 3 pizza slices. 3 pizza slices. All right. So in this case, if we back slant left, it would put us facing H corner. If you guys want to turn around, pivot, and face H corner, or H slant, I should say. And then from here, we're going to add a keyhole going left. A keyhole is equivalent to 6/8. So I'm going to go all the way up to 9 with my slices. Too many slices. All right. Processing. Is my pizza lying to me? 1 second. Now that I think about this, this doesn't actually make sense. Back. If I think about counting my slants, wait a second. 1, 6. Toilet, please help me. I think I'm. The computing is not working.
What's the computing?
Okay, so if I add my slices, it's going to put me back in the same position, but I should not be. I should be facing M corner.
Mm-hmm. So let's see.
Is the model breaking down?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you just add too many slices?
Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
6. You should add 6 from the first one. Question mark?
Yeah, because this is the back slant position, right? If we're facing B and we back slant this way.
We're facing B.
Is it going the wrong way?
Let me look at what you're.
Is it going the wrong way?
So we do.
Yeah, maybe it's my camera's messing up. And then if we count 3 slants from this direction, K, F, M, we end up heading towards M. Yes?
Wait. You're facing B. You do a back slant left.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. So right now your pie chart is correct.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then add 6 more slices.
Good. That would put me up to 9. Am I going the wrong way? My brain is not braining.
Go the same way. Like beside the 3, there should be a 4. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 7, 8, 9. See, I think the pizza pie diagram is breaking down here.
Wait, hold on.
Uh-oh. We found an edge case.
No, I think that's
Because it
correct.
should be...
Wait, isn't that correct? Because right now the back slant starts the kind of like whenever we do XY, like the XY axis, it starts between 3 and 4, but after the turn it changes to where 2 and 7. So that's 7 to 1.
Okay, yeah, I see what it is. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
right,
Felix
this is why you have
inverted, so Felix is doing this on hard mode.
You have. Oh, there's too many things happening. Okay, yeah. So then it would be instead like this. Oh, I have my numbers mixed up. So it'd be, ooh, there's not a 9 there. Okay. Okay, so I'll go like this. Ta-da! That seems a little silly though. I think I'm gonna have to spend some time with this and think about it a little bit more. Alright. 7, 8, 9. Yes, that's what we want. Okay. Alright. Okay, so if we think about, we do our back slant left, we're facing H corner, and then from here, we're going to count 6 slices going left. So your first slice is between H and E, your second slice is between E and K, your third one is K and A, then A and F, then F and B, and then B and M. We would end up facing M corner at the end of this whole situation. Or you can think of it as you're counting 3 slants. So if we start from our back slant position facing H, my 3 slants from here are K slant, F slant, my third one is M slant. So I would end up facing M slant at the end of my keyhole. All right. Okay, let's try it, see what happens. Again, no worries if it's a little confusing. So let's start by facing B, Bernard. Our beloved Bernard wall. Beloved Bernard. Okay, so we're going to walkity walk. Are you ready? Or do you need a bit more time to think about what's happening. Maybe star is AFK. Earth to star, come in star. Okay, there we go. All right, and let's walk, set, pre, go. And we're gonna back slant left, pre, go. We're gonna be facing H corner. So align to toilet and magpie, your back hooves to their front hooves. And now we're gonna keyhole left, counting 6 slices going left or 3 slants. And let's keyhole left, pre, go. So you'll pass K, F, and then you'll end up facing M at the end. Good, yes. And let's halt set, pre, go. All right, nice. Nice. Yippee. Already, very good. Toilet did an extra spin. I was like, Toilet, you're not facing the right way. Okay, let's just back up to be on our wide tiers again. Back up to be on our wide tiers. And let's do another slant math. Ooh, this one's fun. Because it makes your brain go, what? Okay, we're going to fish left into a comb left. All right. Let's just start by facing C. Let's just pivot and face C. Take my this off. Okay, so we're going to start with a fish left. With a fish left. So from this position, this is going to put us facing F corner, F for fish, like I planned it. If you want to pivot and face F, going left. So we're going to do a little fish left. And then from here, we're going to comb left. Now, the interesting thing is when you're doing combs from a slanted position, your brain just likes to think, oh, I just need to turn like 1 slice. But a comb is actually equal to 2/8 or 2 pizza slices. So it's going to feel really weird. But instead of ending up facing B, we're going to end up facing M corner. Because you got to count a full 2 slices. Yeah, the first time that you do this, your brain is like, huh? That don't make sense. But that's the fun of slants. You now have 8 slices instead of only 4. So we're facing F corner from that fish. And from here, we're going to count 1 slant going left. That's going to be M slant. So you're going to eat 2 slices of pizza. You're not going to let your little cousin or your little sibling eat those 2 slices. You're going to eat B to F and then B to M, and you'll end up facing M corner. All right. Okay, let's just try it, see what happens. Again, if you get a little confused, that's totally fine. That math does make the brain go, what? All right, let's do a little walkity walk. Facing C. We'll do these 2 slant moves together. All right, and let's walk, set, pre, go. And we're going to fish left, pre, go. So we'll all end up facing F, so you guys can slant align to 𝐬𝐸 and 𝑣𝑰. Your back hooves to their front hooves. And now we're going to comb left, pre, go. We should all end up facing M. And good. And let's halt, set, pre, go. Good, fix 𝐬𝐸. Alrighty. The joys of slant math. We've got 5 minutes left. Do we want to try doing like more slant moves in a row, like 3 in a row, or do we want to try and maybe do like 1 slant modifier? 3 in a row or slant? Okay. Crazy stacked. 3 in a row with modifiers? Okay.
10 in a row with an orbit curl in the middle.
Okay. Let's scooch on back to our wide tiers. Scooch on back to our wide tiers. Face C. Let's face C and scooch on back to our wide tiers. Let's do 3 in a row. Let's really hammer in this slant math. And I also know it's late for some of you guys, so good job on you for doing slants late at night. Okay, back. Actually, slants and circles are actually really fun once you get the hang of it. I'm sure you know. Slants in a pinwheel are just slants in a circle. They can be really, really pretty when you get them down. Okay, let's do a 3 combo. We're going to do a combination of slants and straights. So you're going to have to think about, am I counting my straights or my slants? So let's just try this. Again, no worries if we get a little confused. So we are going to be doing a ribbon right into a curl over left. Okay, properly. Into a fish. All right. So go ahead, if you have your little pizza or your diagram that you look at, you can count it out, or you can use your pivots. You can also use your pivots. When you're ready to try, you can get off your pony. All right. Again, no worries if we get a little confused. I will explain in more detail if you get a little confused about where we need to be. So you can get off your pony when you're ready to try this 3 combo. Okay, she's ready. Michigan running around. Alright, Becca's ready. Buzz ready. Magpie's ready. If you want help with calculating where you need to be, just let me know as well. I can help you calculate if your brain's like, huh? So ribbon is 7/8. So if you look at the diagram that I sent earlier, cat, it's 7 slices. Or an almost curl. Yeah. I like everybody running around. Right. Okay, let's get back on our ponies, give it a try. Again, no worries if confused. What we'll do the first time is we're gonna walk it again. We're gonna do the move, we'll halt. And then if we need to help somebody calculate, we'll do that. And then we'll walk again, we'll do the next part, etc., etc. So again, no worries if we get a little confused about where we need to be. All right, so we are going to walk, set, 3, go, and ribbon right, 3, go. We should all end up facing H corner. And let's halt, set, 3, go. All right, so Lemur, your little dragon is on your right. He's your buddy. Whenever you need to go right, you're going towards your dragon. So we started facing C. Yeah, no, you're good. So you would have turned right until you faced H, an almost curl. No, you're good. Okay, so from this position, we're going to walk, and then we are going to curl over left. Okay, so curl overs is one of the easiest straight moves to do while in a slant because you're just reversing your direction. So in this case, we're going to be going towards H. We're going to curl over left, and we should all be then going towards F corner. All right, are you guys snitching on Pablo? Okay, let's walk, set, 3, go. And we're going to curl over left, 3, go. Now we should all be traveling towards F corner, fish corner. Good. Good fix, Jenny. And let's halt, set, 3, go. Alrighty. And now we need to think about this position. So now we're all facing F corner. And we want to do a fish left. So you can think about counting 5 pizza slices going left, or you can count 3 straights going left. So in this case, our first straight to our left is B midline, second one is C midline, and our third one is E midline. Or you have your pizza slice between F and B, that's your first one, B and M, that's your second, M and C, that's your third, C and H, that's your fourth, and then H and E, that's your fifth. So you eat those 5 slices going left, you'll end up facing Edward. Of a killer Bella ball. All right, so let's walk, set, 3, go, and then we're going to do that fish left, 3, go. E. Hit. All right, and let's halt, set, 3, go. All right, we want to try that again, but faster. We're not going to halt in between. Okay, all right, let's back on our wide tiers. Back on our wide tiers. And what we're going to do at a gallop, let's do it at a walk first, just because I know for some people the slant math is not mathing. Toilet and Magpie, if you guys have anything like bright pink, can you put it on just so that you're more obvious as anchors? If you have it. Okay, beautiful. So Magpie is wearing the traffic cone, orange hat, Toilet is wearing pink. So if you want the extra challenge, you can try to stay aligned to your line lead the entire time. So whenever, so slant alignment at the walk, your back hooves are crossing an arena line as your line lead's front hooves are on that arena line. Or you can just think of back hooves to front hooves. And then we're going to end up in a comb heading towards Edward. So then you can think about just regular walk comb alignment, back hooves to front hooves. All right. I'm going to give you guys a bit of time in between each to think about side alignment, but we're not going to halt. All right. You guys got this. Okay. So let's walk, set, 3, go. And we're going to ribbon to the right. 3, go. Facing H. And we're going to curl over left. 3, go. We're going to be facing fish corner. And then we're going to fish to the left. Pre, go. Now we're all combing towards Edward. Edward wall. Yay, you guys killed it. Very nice. And let's halt set pre-go. Yippee! Golf claps. I'm doing golf claps for you guys. Maybe I should just use the soundboard because you can't hear me actually clapping. Golf claps for everybody. Yippee! Good job, everyone. Okay, let's Barbie boot it out. You guys did great. Especially those of you that it's late. For me, it's only 8 o'clock because I'm Pacific. But for those of you that it's 11 o'clock, 11 Eastern. Okay, let's Barbie boot. Put on your pink or any neon colors that you have. And let's Barbie boot it out. Good job, everyone. Yippee! Slant math makes your brain go, ouch. All right, here we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Been there, done that.
But every day above ground is a great day.
It's about drive, about power. And then, hey, sexy lady. Oh, 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 Oppa Gangnam Style. And oh, great heavens, brah. Yippee, you guys did amazing. That math makes your head go, I don't like this. But once you get down of like counting your slices, so you can use the letter dies. So thank you, Beck, for giving me this tool for teaching slants. You can count your letter dies to make your slices, or you can count your slants, your straights, whatever method you're more comfortable with. The more you do it, the easier it gets, as with most things in life and dressage. Yippee! All right, go and sleep for those of you that it's late, or wind down for the night. Good job, everybody. Good night, good night, good night. Okay, Twas feeding the frogs.
Let's feed the frogs the clock.
Neither crickets.